I made this patchwork from a leftover Ankara fabric. Isn't it nice looking? You will learn how to make one in a bit so you can make use of all your leftover fabric. For this project, of course, you'll be needing some leftover Ankara fabric. You want to first start by determining the width of your square. You could do 3, 4, 5, 6, or even 10 inches. It all depends on you. Once you are done with the determination of the width, we are going to cut out in such a way that the length will be twice its width. For this project, I used 50 squares and the length was 10, the width was 5. So if you want to make 20, if the length is 20, that means the width is going to be 10, because 20 divided by 2 is 10. If you want the width will be 4, because it's 8 divided by 2 is 4. So just do the math and use amounts of fabric required. Once you are done with the calculation, we are going to be arranging the fabrics out. Take note of the positions of the different fabrics if you love them and how you want to see it once you are done sewing. When you are done with the arrangement, you can take pictures to remind you of how exactly it was. I'm continuing with the arrangements right now. I'll be doing this till I've exhausted my 5 rows. I arranged for only 3 rows because I had sewn the other 2 already. The next step is pinning the fabric down and sewing it on my machine. I used a 1/4 inch seam allowance for this sewing, but you can use whatever seam allowance you desire, but just be consistent with it. I'm done with the sewing of the first row. You don't need to sew it row by row. You can just pick 2 and sew it a later journey depending on how well you understand and work with it. Proceed to the ironing of each of the seams. This is very necessary in order to have a flat and neat finish. If not, your patchwork will just be looking funny. So I started by pressing the seams to one side. When I'm done, I'm going to be flipping it over to the other side and ironing. You want to join the rows together and you'll be adding it successively till you are done with the 5 rows. We will still be sewing using 1/4 inch seam allowance. This is what my project looks like at this point. It's so beautiful. And I'm folding into 2 to get the center. Your center should be at 5 since 10 divided by 2 is 5. So mark that point. Then open it up. I'm counting from one side just to confirm. And using my ruler from that point I mark, I'm going to draw a diagonal line from that point down. Please look at what I'm doing on the screen. When you are done, repeat on the other side. Using your scissors, cut through the lines you drew. And make sure you are cutting at the point where the line intersects the squares. You will notice that you have 1 large piece and 2 smaller pieces. Arrange the fabric such that the sides with the big squares meet together as seen. Don't arrange on the part that has the smaller square. Turn over with the right sides facing right sides and you are going to be sewing on that line. When you are done, you should have something like this. So you'll be taking the larger parts and matching it up with this other side. You are going to be joining it the same way you join the smaller pieces. Here we have it, the final result of my project. You can see the lines I used to stitch. All that is left is ironing my fabric piece to have a nice finish, and I'm done. I made another one earlier, and can you guess what I'll be making with this patchwork? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe and like my video. Thank you.